Hi, welcome to day 12 of the What's the Stitch campaign. Today I'm wearing my denim button-up shirt, my maroon cardigan, my black skinny pants, my short black boots, and my brown leather coat. So today I want to talk a little bit about greenwashing. It's a term that was created in the 1980s by Jay Westerveld because he noticed that a lot of hotels don't really have good recycling programs, and yet they encourage customers to not wash their towels multiple times, leave their towels out. And basically what greenwashing means is when a company pretends to have or says that they have environmental policies, sustainable policies, good social policies, and they really don't actually implement that on every level of the company. So just a quick example, a very common one in the fashion industry would be H&M. So H&M, after they were sort of targeted and focused on in the True Cost documentary, really tried to market themselves as much more sustainable, and they have introduced a recycling program where they have drop-off bins in all of their locations, and they also had their Conscious collection, which uses organic cotton and recycled polyester. But the thing is that while these seem great on the surface level, H&M still encourages people to buy crazy amounts of fast fashion clothing at really, really cheap prices. They only use organic cotton in about 13.7% of their clothing. And when you turn in clothes to that recycling program, you get a voucher for discounted more clothes. So they're not really encouraging you to reduce your textile waste. They're just encouraging you to buy more of their clothing and get rid of the stuff that you're not wearing anymore in maybe not the best way. Because obviously the first step is to consume less. Recycling comes later, and hopefully kind of as a last resort, we want to have less stuff in the first place. And of course, their Conscious collection is just a very small portion of their clothing. So while they claim to have gotten much better environmentally, it's still not the greatest policies, and the conditions for some of their workers still aren't the greatest. So there are a lot of fast fashion companies that do stuff like that, and it's important to recognize when companies do that. So some common things to look for to kind of point out greenwashing, or to kind of spot when a company is greenwashing, are really vague claims. If a company has vague goals to reduce emissions by a certain point, or vague goals to be better about this, be better about not wasting water, be better about recycling materials and things like that. Those are vague claims that maybe don't have an actual end goal, especially when they're coming from corporate, from like the PR team of a big company. When they still have like low prices and still encourage a lot of buying, even if they have these new recycling programs and things like that, it can be very telling of what their true intentions are. And when they focus on recycling materials, or we've got a way for you to not send that to the landfill, but here, buy 5 more things. So the focus should always be on buying better, having higher quality materials in the first place, higher cost things maybe, but higher quality that you'll need to buy less of, and any truly sustainable company will usually have that. And then of course there are always certifications from groups, fair trade certifications, different like World Organization, organic cotton certifications, things like that, that have actually looked at those brands and that actually delve deep into their environmental policies and decide if those things are actually sustainable and good for the planet and good for people. And I think just the basic rule to keep in mind is that more transparency is always better. The more transparent a company is, the more you know about each and every single step in the process, in their production and their selling, is is going to be much better, and you're going to have a much easier time knowing when a company is sustainable, because I think a company is only really sustainable when they make that the heart and soul of their company, so like Patagonia, like Peopletree, like Nisolo, because that's the basis of their company. That's how they create. Big fashion brands that have tried to scale, that aren't really scaling down, but that are introducing all these environment policies, that is a little bit less impactful. So that was just a quick introduction to greenwashing. I will attach a link with some other brands that have some other examples of some greenwashing initiatives, and it's just something to keep in mind when you're shopping, that just because a brand says that they are doing sustainable things doesn't mean they are doing the most sustainable things. So thank you for watching day 12 of the What's the Stitch campaign. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye!